Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over this concept called the order of operations, and we're going to introduce something called PEMDAS. This is the fifth of 6 videos in my lecture series on the foundations of mathematics, which basically covers all of the important information, the basic information that is necessary for you to understand before going into a pre-algebra class. Okay, so let's begin. So what is the order of operations and why is it useful? Let's say you were trying to evaluate this expression, 3 plus 2 times 6. And if I ask two students to evaluate this in a low-level math class, and they see this, one student adds 3 plus 2 together and gets 5, and then multiplies by 6 and gets an answer of 30. The other student does 2 times 6 first, gets us 12, and then does 3 plus 12 and gets 15. That's two different answers, but neither student did the math wrong. Neither student did, they got the numbers correct. 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 times 6 is 30. All of those things were correct. So who did it right, and which order is correct? In mathematics, essentially, formatting in the past has decided a specific way for us to order this so we don't make mistakes like this. We call that the order of operations. It basically tells us in any given expression, which part of the expression do we start with? There's a specific order we must finish the expression so that we get, or simplify the expression so that we get the same answer no matter who is simplifying, okay? So what is that order? There's a simple mnemonic that we use and you've probably heard before called PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. Okay, so what does this PEMDAS mean? So PEMDAS is basically the order of these operations, the 6 most important operations that we do in mathematics, the basic ones, and the order in which you are supposed to do those things in order to get the correct answer. So this is the first one you're supposed to do, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one, and so on, okay? So we have PEMDAS. What does P stand for? P stands for parentheses. Oops, my E went away. Parentheses, okay? Or parenthesis. So basically, what is parentheses? Well, whenever we see parentheses like this, and we have some expression on the inside, we must do what is on the inside first. So whenever we have an expression, the first thing we should do is parentheses, okay? And then what I'll actually do is I'll give you an example expression for us to work on as we go down. Let's say we have this expression over here. 5 plus 2, open parentheses, 3 minus 1, close parentheses, plus 8 divided by 2 squared. Sure, we'll do that. Okay, so we have this expression, and we're going to be simplifying it. So for parentheses, well, what are we going to be doing first? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of what's in the parentheses, or we're going to simplify everything that's in the parentheses. So how are we going to evaluate this? We're going to be left with 5 plus 2. We don't change any of that, but we work on the parentheses first. What's 3 minus 1? That gives us just 2. So all we've done is evaluated what's on the inside of the parentheses, oops, and kept the other side exactly the same. Oops, that should be division. There we go. Kept everything else exactly the same. Okay, so that's our first step. After doing parentheses, after simplifying all the parentheses, what we do next is called exponents. So we go parentheses, and then we go exponents. Okay, so what is an exponent? Well, this is an exponent right here. An exponent is whenever we take a number and we square it, or we take it to some power, or we square root it. All of those are exponents, and this is the second thing in the order of operations, or in PEMDAS. So how are we going to simplify that? Well, let's keep everything the same. 5 plus 2 times 2 plus 8 divided by, well, what is 2 squared? This is the thing we have to evaluate. 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So what are we left with? We're just 8 divided by 4. So we've evaluated the exponents now. So we did the parentheses first, and now we've evaluated the exponents. Okay, what are we doing next? Next, we have to do multiplication. That's what M stands for. And actually, we say PEMDAS because it's kind of a good mnemonic, but multiplication, number 3, and division, number 4, actually sit on the same rank. So it might be kind of useful for me to do, or actually we'll just do this. Multiplication and division sit on the same rank. They both sit in rank 3. So we don't really do any one before the other. The way we decide which to do first, multiplication or division, if we see both, what we do is we go left to right, just like you normally would. We go this direction. So what comes first in our example? Well, our example has 2 times 2. This is multiplication, right? So we do 2 times 2 first. That's to the left. That's on the left side of the 8 divided by 4. So those are an example of multiplication and division. So we'll do the multiplication first. We'll get 5 plus, what's 2 times 2? Well, it's 4, okay? And that would be our first step, right? So we'll do plus 8 divided by 4. And then we have to do division, right? That's on the further to the right in the expression, but either way. Then we're left with 5 plus 4 plus, what's 8 divided by 4? Well, it's just 2. Okay, and now we're left with this expression. Okay, you could probably guess what the next two, or the final two in PEMDAS stand for. If we had multiplication, we have addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. Okay, so what do we think we're going to do now? Well, addition and subtraction, just like multiplication and division, sit on the same rank. So instead of saying rank 5 and 6, we're just going to say they're in rank 4, right? Because we took rank 4 away earlier. So addition and subtraction sit on the same rank. How do we decide which one comes first? Well, we just go left to right once again. So going left to right, what is 5 plus 4? 5 plus 4 is 9. So we're going to have 9 plus 2. And then in the final step, we're going to do 9 plus 2, and we're going to get an answer of 11. So the order of operations, always remember PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. There's a couple of mnemonics I've learned in the past that kind of help me remember. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is one of them. That's one of the very famous ones. If that helps you, use it. Or you can just try to remember the word PEMDAS, and you'll be able to write these in order and know how to evaluate any expression. Okay, let's go over a quick example question. Okay, pause the video if you want to try this question on your own. All right, let's go over it. Simplify the following expression. Okay, 5, we'll write it here for simplicity, 5 times 4 plus 6 minus 8 divided by 2 squared. Okay, so in order to evaluate this, what's the first thing we have to look at? Well, PEMDAS says P parentheses. Let's evaluate the stuff inside the parentheses first. 4 plus 6. What is 4 plus 6? 4 plus 6 is 10. So we're left with 5 times 10 minus 8 divided by 2 squared. Okay, we've done the parentheses. What's next? PEMDAS, E, exponents. Okay, I see an exponent right here. So what is 2 squared? 2 squared is 4. So keeping everything else the same, evaluate this. 5 times 10 minus 8 divided by 2 squared is 4. Okay, we've done that. Now let's do the rest of PEMDAS. PEMDAS, M, multiplication and division. Okay, multiplication and division, we go left to right. What's 5 times 10? That's 50. 50 minus, what's 8 divided by 4? 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, 8 divided by 4 is 2. Simple as that. Now we're left with addition and subtraction. And these are on the same rank, so let's just finish up this simplification. 50 minus 2, there's only really one way to evaluate that. We get an answer of 48. That is a simplification of this expression that included all aspects of PEMDAS, right? So in your pre-algebra classes or your classes preparing you for pre-algebra, you will often see something like this. The order of operations is crucial at every level of mathematics. Do not forget it. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. I will see you in the next lesson, continuing and finishing our series of the foundations of mathematics.